Guys, it's Caroline, career and leadership coach. And I wanted to quickly pop in here because what I see is that there is a lot of fear going on about uncertainty, about so many things. And to be honest, we should be scared, and I am scared of what might happen. But there are things that you can do or that you shouldn't be doing. So I wanted to make this video to, first of all, say that you're not alone, and a lot of people are are panicking and are unsure, and it's normal. We see industries fail, we see jobs getting lost, like we see a lot of businesses go to the bare minimum. And what we see is toilet paper and food going off the shelves quicker than what we can replenish. So we are in a time that's very unpredictable, and what we need to do is a couple of things. And first of all, I think even though with isolation, you have to still stay connected. Now, it is so important. A lot of people thrive on the fact of being surrounded by like-minded people. And if you're only have to stay home, then you're going to disconnect from that. So you have to find other ways to do things. So this is a time of change, and you're going to feel uncomfortable with that change. There is no going around it. And you have the choice between responding and reacting, and what that is going to look like for you. A reaction is most of the time an instant way of dealing with your emotions, but responding is more reflecting and thinking okay, this is happening. How can I now deal with that situation? How can I control my emotions and see what's going to be of the benefit, or what is going to serve me, or what is not going to serve me? Because being paralyzed by fear is not going to serve you. Now, there is a quote that I love from Elizabeth Gilbert. So she is the author of Eat, Love and Pray. I hope I say that right. And what she says is she hates the fact that people say or try to be fearless, because fear is a good thing. Fear saves your life when you are in danger. So fear needs to always be with you on any journey. But don't let fear make any decisions. You have to listen and respect its opinion, but don't let it control anything. Don't let it determine your direction. And this is what a lot of people are doing, is they're taking fear and they're just getting paralyzed and taking action based on that fear. And I know it takes a lot because we see all these things, but it is not going to serve you. This is the worst thing that you can do, is let fear control what you're doing. And the key here is to step away from that and to actually think about, okay, I listen to fear's opinion, but it's not going to determine the direction that I'm going to. It will keep you safe. It will keep you aware of what's going on, but it's not going to decide the direction that you're going into. And that's about mindset also. The way I deal with it myself is I think about two things: what I can control and what I can't control. And there is no point in worrying what I can't control. If they close schools, if I don't have enough work anymore, those are the things that I can't control. So I can go crazy building what if scenarios up in my head, but that is not going to benefit anyone. I can't show up for anyone if I'm just lost and losing myself in that train of thought. What is in my control is thinking about okay, what can I do to preserve my way of living, my identity, and so on? What is it that I have in my control? What steps do I need to take? And this is also important because we're talking about adaptivity, how adaptable that you are in in the current market, not only in the market and in the marketplace and in your career, but in everything. So it's challenging us in so many different ways, which is so important for you to really understand how adaptable you can be. And the biggest danger here is that you let your ego take control. So, for example, we had one person that just came to me the other day, was made redundant of their senior management role, and we were discussing the options in moving forward. And he was mentioning to me there are a couple of things happening in the industry. For example, more jobs are being put on in a certain area of the industry. Outsourcing is being stopped, so that creates more opportunities over here because the work still needs to be done. Customer support is absolutely increasing because a lot of companies need to provide that support. So yes, certain industries are being hit, jobs are being cut, companies are streamlining, but on the other side, on the flip side, opportunities are there. Massive opportunities to tap into. Yes, they might not be exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to be straightforward to you, but this is challenging you how adaptable you can be, how resourceful you can be to actually survive, because it comes down to that. And how long are you going to wait till you put your ego aside and to actually say these are the steps I need to take to find something. So I think adaptability is key here in order for us to move forward. So yes, you have control and what you can't control, but it's also that adaptability that's really important. And then you have to take action, inspired action, and the right action, because otherwise you're not going to get to your goal. You're not going to get to that next step, because if you're paralyzed by fear, if you let fear control your actions, then basically you're not going to be able to move forward, and you need to move forward, because otherwise, if you stay stuck, you are left behind. And I will give you an example, a specific example of that. This is the time you have to step up as a leader. And I don't mean a leader of a business or a leader of a team or a project. This is the time you need to use your capabilities that I know you have to take ownership and to show up as a leader. There is no glory in being a leader when everything is going well, because everyone can do that. There is glory to be a leader when shit hits the fan, and to step up and take ownership. And that means being a leader at home, being a leader to your kids, being a leader in your community, being a leader for yourself, being a leader even at work. Budgets are being cut for travel. If you're in an industry or in a company that's not really affected, then this is time that we can reallocate resources to help us get out of these times, these challenging times. And the last thing that I want you guys to know is this is a time that you will see massive transformation. Innovation is not going to be a choice anymore for people to do or not do. Innovation is going to be the core of if an organization wants to survive, they need to innovate and transform, adapt to anything in the market, what's thrown at them. So it gives a lot of opportunities, and that innovation will give a lot of opportunities. Transformations that normally would have taken years of convincing people, for example, the educational sector, the idea of having education online and streaming everything, that would be a project of years and years and years, convincing people that this is an option. This is something that we can explore, will rapidly transform because people don't have a choice. So it is about embracing that change and thinking like, how can I adapt myself to this change? So I hope this helped, and I hope it enables you to take inspired action and to take control and to be the leader in your life, in your career, in business that you need to be to survive this crisis. So I hope this helped, and if you need any support or help, please feel free to reach out. I'm hosting a free 6-figure job search workshop on Thursday at 12:30, because what I want to do is share my tools that I use to navigate an uncertain job market, because I know there is a lot of uncertainty in the world at the moment, and there are tools that you can use to navigate that, to stand out. So I will pop a link below this video. If this interests you, definitely come along to that workshop. Now, this is not going to be one of your typical workshops where I'm going to show you a bunch of slides and you're going to drop your eyelids. This is going to be an interactive workshop where I'm going to take my iPad and brainstorm with you and customize the workshop on the fly to what you need. So hope to see you there. It's going to be invaluable. There's nothing going to be for sale on that workshop, neither. It's going to be me sharing my experience, sharing my knowledge. Now, from experience, I worked through the global financial crisis as a recruiter, so I've seen like many things happen. I come from Belgium, and the time that I left Belgium, there was an 11% unemployment, so quite high. So again, there are some strategies that I know work to navigate this job market. So it's up to you to take control, be a leader, take ownership of that. So hope to see you there. And if we are not connected on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn. Give a thumbs up so this message gets shared across multiple people, and the more people I can help with my message, the better. Thank you so much.